The breaking news coming in at the moment after India gives it back to Pakistan. Areas near the line of control are on a high alert. Remember, since yesterday, we are seeing increased unprovoked ceasefire violations from the Pakistani army, and understandably so, Srinjoy and Madhav, the fact that we are seeing this kind of response by Pakistani army goes on to reflect their desperation in covering up the kind of impact that Operation Sindoor has had on Pakistan.
Absolutely, and Pakistan has very little face now. Not only, of course, did we strike deep into Pakistan territory yesterday, we've entered the south of Punjab and attacked Bahawalpur, which, as Srinjoy would very well know, for years we've been told, right from the time, incidentally, Daniel Pearl, who was responsible, whose death, of course, was caused by Omar Sheikh, was one of those who actually visited this particular Bahawalpur area and reported on the terror camps there. It's after that that his kidnapping took place, and of course Omar Sheikh, who was responsible for that, was amongst those who was released following IC 814. So, India has really struck deep as far as Pakistan is concerned. Pakistan for long thought that they could get away with such acts of terror. India has now shown them that India is going to respond wherever such terrorist elements may be across Pakistan. And with this latest provocation coming in, Srinjoy, India has clearly responded. India has said that you cannot try and launch these attacks at our military bases. Our air defense systems, of course, are robust, but we will ensure that you have to pay a cost for this, that this will continue to be an expensive misadventure for Pakistan. Srinjoy.
Yes, first of all, you see the targets we hit, and we hit them with precision-guided weapons, the laser-guided with pods. Now, when you do that, what happens is it could hit something right here, but all of us would be safe. So the important thing to note is we were very careful. We deliberately ensured that there were no civilian casualties, there were no military casualties. The only people India hit were terrorists. But what we face now is exactly the opposite. There seems to be no care about what is being hit here. You are hitting Avantipur, you are hitting Srinagar, which is a dual-purpose airfield, which means that civilian flights take off from Srinagar. You are hitting targets in Bhuj, in Nalia. These are in Gujarat, far away from anywhere. So why are you doing that? Because, as I said, there are no terror camps in India. So you can't hit a terror camp in India. Absolutely. So you will hit military targets, which is exactly what we had surmised yesterday. Now, once that happens, we are not going to sit back and say, oh, yes, they have hit our military targets. World, please notice. We have weaponry, and we know where they are. So if you have air defense systems in Lahore, well, they'll get it. If you have stuff in Rawalpindi, they'll get it.
Yeah, we have several of our guests joining us. Brahma Chalani is, of course, Strategic Affairs Analyst joining us. But I want to first bring in Wing Commander Abhishek Mathiman, who's a former spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense. Wing Commander Mathiman, your response to what we are seeing take place today, it appears to be Sindoor 2.0, where Pakistan has launched a series of unprovoked attacks on different parts of India, right from Jammu and Kashmir to Punjab to Bhuj in Gujarat. Of course, our air defense systems have prevented any kind of damage, but India has also given a befitting response to Pakistan in multiple places and also taking out their own air defense system radar at one location in Lahore.
Hey, Madhav, it's going entirely on expected lines. We were well prepared, waiting for a response. They started off trying desperately to respond, addressing only military targets. They were not able to do it. They shifted focus and concurrently started hitting civilian targets. Remember, they have hit civilian locations, even villages around Rajouri, where in the Poonch sector, where we have lost 16 civilian lives, including 3 children and 5 women. And they, while concurrently continuing to address, trying to send across drones and loitering munitions and annihilate our air defense network. We had our defenses in place. We have measures of dealing with these things. In a show yesterday, I had mentioned we have a 3-layered defenses, right up to very short-range equipment to address any incoming threat from the aerial route. We did just that, neutralize those, and now the ball is in our court. they have responded. They have not been successful, but they have responded. So the ball is in our court to react the way we want to. Remember, when we put down the Lahore Air Defense Radar, which is supposed to be a HQ-9 Chinese make radar, which is the best of their best. The best of the best means as is S-400 for us, so is HQ.
Okay. We're also joined by Colonel Tej Tikku, he's a defense expert, as well as Brahma Chelani. Brahma Chelani, to you first. Strategically speaking, yes, this is an extremely crucial step as far as eliminating obstacles in making sure that terror infrastructure is eliminated is concerned. And that is why this, confirmation that has come in from the Indian Armed Forces that the air defense radar systems were completely destroyed goes on to reflect the kind of expertise that we have on our side and the kind of response that we're capable of giving if you target our civilians. And that is something that Pakistan did yesterday in what it thought was a retaliation to Operation Sindoor. That clearly hasn't gone down well with the Indian government as well as the Indian Armed Forces.
You are absolutely right. This time India is better prepared. You would recall that after India's Balakot airstrike in 2019, the Pakistani military was quick to mount retaliation by sending a wave of warplanes. They even struck an Indian military base in J&K. At that time, we balked at retaliating to Pakistani strikes on military targets in India. This time, we had determined ahead that if Pakistan does what it did after Balakot, that there would be consequences for Pakistan. So we are seeing a well-thought-out plan. It was expected that the Pakistani military generals would seek to save face. After all, the reason why the Pakistan military is the de facto ruler of Pakistan is that they claim to be the ultimate guardians of Pakistan and its security. And that's the reason why they dominate politics, they dominate the economy even. And it was inevitable that the Pak military would retaliate to India's launch of Operation Sindoor.
Yeah.
What is important, though, is that India, because of its dominance, military dominance, is in a position to control the escalation ladder. It can escalate the conflict or it can de-escalate the conflict to its advantage. And I think this is a message that India is sending to Pakistan, that it's in your own hands to end the export of terror or watch India inflict escalating punishment on you.
Right. Absolutely. We also have Colonel Tikku. We'll come to you in just a bit. We have Tetri joining us live on the broadcast. Tetri, just a short while back, we broke the news that there's high alert on the LOC. And what we are witnessing from the past 2-3 days, right after Operation Sindoor, is that Pakistan is resorting to targeting our civilians in the border areas.
Well, absolutely, and it is Pakistan who has been, in fact, involved in this provocative firing, and in fact, that's the visuals we'll be showing you from Poonch. That's the last village over here. It's near LOC, just few kilometers away from LOC, and one by one we'll be showing you the pictures that how there was a firing and shelling from the side of Pakistan, which has turned this entire house into ashes. Remember that India has, in fact, clearly mentioned that our response was focused, limited, and non-escalatory. It is we are exclusively giving you pictures that how, in fact, the response from the side of Pakistan was it was not a response, but it was an escalatory, initiative from Pakistan, in fact, and it is, these are the house of the civilians who were targeted, and it also mentions, the press briefing also, in fact, mentions that how 16 innocent civilians were targeted. You can see in the visuals that how the intense shelling was done over here. Remember that this continued for entire day till 1 p.m. What we are being told is that, and there are multiple multiple people who have been injured in this entire attack that was made. Remember that Pakistan launched a major attack in this entire area, and the areas also include Avantipura, Srinagar, Jammu, Pathankot, Amritsar, Kapurthala. These are all the names, but in fact India's integrated air defense system and counter door system have in fact all neutralized these kind of threats. But these are the pictures that we are giving you to expose that how Pakistan has been targeting the innocent, the civilians of this particular area. One by one we'll be showing you the above visuals. Also you can see that how that entire the rooftop, that's completely damaged. We also in fact went to the third floor of this particular house to report and show that how there is nothing left in this entire house. There's nothing that I can say that in fact that could be repairable. The family of a four-member family was sitting inside the house when the shelling took place. In fact, it is difficult, but we'll just try to move forward and show you that what's the condition over here is. The vehicles are in fact also burned. The vehicles are damaged. The houses are damaged. The walls over here are all completely broken. You can see it shows the kind of provocative firing that's been done from the side of Pakistan. And not just this, but in fact remember that the deliberate attempt that's also been made on the religious structures as well. We have been seeing that how gurudwaras were attacked, how temples were attacked. And one thing I would like to tell the viewers as well, that this entire area from where we are reporting from, this is definitely a low belt area. So India is on a lower edge, Pakistan is on an upper edge. So Pakistan definitely very well knows that where the Poonch district is, and this is a civilian area. This is a very congested area, and you can see that how in fact when the mortars are fired, how the houses are damaged. And that's why in fact India has been on and on saying that that is a provocating firing that's been done from the side of Pakistan. And if it's done, then definitely India is not going to sit quiet, and that's the result. Pakistan has to bear. And in fact we'll walk along this entire line, this entire lane from where we are reporting from, and we'll try to show you the visuals as well, that this the repercussions here, that it was the mortar was fired over there, and then in fact this entire area had to bear the brunt of this entire attack that took place. The windows of that particular house are also broken. Keep on showing you the Amit ji is showing you the visuals, and we are just trying to get a sense so as to what must have happened over here. And it is not just we are showing you these visuals with proof to in fact expose Pakistan's lies, and that's in fact also the statement of
all right, Tejasri, in fact thank you so much for bringing us that ground report.